Yeah, what else could Keen go for here? I guess they can get some more damage for the Chrono, like a Jakiro or something like that. But I'm really liking the Dazzle pickup here. Just because they also have heroes that the grave... So some heroes you grave them and then they get down to low HP and they just can't do anything afterwards. But all of these three heroes kind of have some play after they get graved. Like Void can time walk away, so he's going to get some health. Brewmaster can pop Primal Split. Death Prophet at the very least can drop a couple of Spirit Siphons and then Yules herself towards the end of the duration. So I'm really championing the Dazzle pick here, but I don't know if they're going to go for it. Winter Wyvern is along similar lines. I don't know if you really want to be playing Winter Wyvern that much against the Skywrath Mage, but I mean, IG's lineup otherwise is all physical damage, which is the trap that we saw Keen Gaming fall for in the previous game. TA going to struggle probably a little bit against the Brewmaster. Will have to maybe unwillingly buy a BKB kind of early on. Blink BKB Deso kind of a thing. They're talking about it. So what? They can go Jakiro for the Chronosphere synergy in the lanes. They can go Dazzle for the kind of counter picks. It's also not a terrible Lion game, but I don't know if you really want to be picking Lion into Rubik. You're just giving away some really nice spells. Other position 5s at the moment. I mean, they could disrupt her, but I think it makes their lanes mega weak. Oh, it is going to be the Shadow Demon at the end of the day. Okay. So I thought Shadow Demon was going to be the hero for, well, might have been the hero for IG, but also works pretty well for Keen. Disruption's certainly going to be useful. I actually like the Shadow Demon quite a bit against TA and Lifestealer because you've got the Demonic Purge to help kite the Lifestealer around. Same kind of story for the TA, and Shadow Demon actually has quite a lot of damage instances to help deal with Refraction. So that's actually pretty sweet. I think their lanes might be a little bit weak this game though. We'll have to see what happens. So this could very well be last game of the tiebreakers, last game of the round robin group stage. Let's get into it. We'll see if Keen Gaming can shift the momentum a bit after coming in from that loss against LFY.
Prepare for battle.
Lots of tangos on this Void. A little bit of mannered good luck. Nobody wants anybody to have any fun. Are you really looking to defend that direct invitation to the qualifiers? So we've got Brewmaster ET up against the Lifestealer Rubik, maybe with a little bit of help from Sky, though I think more than likely he's going to be going down here to play with the Beastmaster, who is up against Void. Not a super fun matchup for the Faceless Void. In all honesty, he's definitely going to need a little bit of help. Curious to see what build the Shadow Demon goes for this game. I would imagine probably 1-1-3 kind of a deal, just so that they actually have some damage between their two supports. And people sometimes underestimate the Shadow Poison a little bit. They're going on Dark Hit to skill up the Concussive Shot for this. He's super slow. They've also got the Orb of Venom on the Rubik. Yuna going to run forward for the save. But he's forced to skill up the Echo Stomp for that, which is not ideal for the lane. With this ET build, you really want to be brawling with that extra spirit damage, but instead they're going to be forced to use a salve already. Oh, Concussive Shot goes onto the Brewmaster instead of the ET, so they won't be able to dive further for that kill, but IG making a statement at the beginning of this tri-lane that they are not going to let Keen bully them out and get too many levels, and it looks like Baboka and Q might actually just be playing together up here at the beginning of the game. XXS, and gets the slightly superior block. Don't lose the courier to Sideblades, my dear god. We've seen that once already in this qualifier, and it did not end well. The Templar Assassin got completely out of control after that point. Oh, SRF already getting his range creep denied, so despite not having a support down here, it actually looks like he's going to be doing pretty well. Nice move from the Void aggro trick to get these 2 melee creeps onto the range creep and keep the lane equilibrium. SRF forced to instead just kind of spam out the wave a little bit more. Oh, over on the other side here, Baboka getting some harassment onto Dark. Yuna trying to mess with the equilibrium so that they can get some more experience going. Aggressive just gonna have to lead the creep wave away. SRF getting super stacked up. What do we got? 160 damage so far. He's still dodging pretty nicely. Shadow Demon using everything that he's got. And SRF. Is he gonna get... Is he even gonna be able to take this creep wave with him? Alright, he's just gonna go for the TP now. He will be okay. The wave has been doubled up. Nothing that the Void can really do to stop this. He is gonna try and drag this wave around in circles so that they can get the equilibrium back. And oh, Shadow Demon actually with the Shadow Poison managed to pull a couple of those creeps across, so nice adjustment, and that may actually prevent the Beastmaster from getting too much more here. Skywrath Mage is going to be joining him now though, so they let up a little bit on top lane so that they can start putting more pressure again down at bottom. And you can see exactly why Void bought 9 tangos and a salve to start this lane. He knows just how much harassment's going to be coming out of the Beastmaster and the Skywrath Mage. Both of these teams really resorting to some comfort picks on the brink of elimination. Well, I guess IG aren't on the brink of elimination. If they lose this game, then they still get to play LFY for their spot. Well, to force the tiebreakers to be a cycle.
Denied.
Oh, success. Just gonna get a mango delivered here. Alright.
Of night enfold me.
Lots of lane shenanigans happening. Bottom side pulls from the Dire. Creeps getting doubled up, but seems like Faceless Void's still actually able to maintain this equilibrium really nicely, preventing the Beastmaster from getting too much free from under his tower. Only has 8 CS to his name. XXS needing to be careful. Refraction charge is getting shredded pretty much instantly, and only has a little bit of burst heal from the Fairy Fire. And at the very least, Death Prophet is now out of mana, but we'll probably just dump these 2 nulls on the ground and then maybe pop the mango. Bit of harassment on the SD. Looks like he is going to be going for that 1-1-3 build I was talking about a little bit earlier. Dark not really taking over this top lane at all either. Looks like Baboka and Aggressive doing a pretty good job of keeping him locked out, but so much of that comes down to the fact that Echo Stomp got forced out at level 1 from the ET, so he's just forced to start pulling waves. They're going on Dark. I don't think they can kill him here, but they are trying to force him out of the lane, lift him back. He will just TP home. They're going to miss any of these CS. Baboka go for it? Oh no, couldn't get it. Alright, well, they missed 1 or 2 CS for that, but force the Brewmaster all the way back. ET is going to try and escort some experience over to him, but Baboka's going to try and aggro this himself. He's got the creeps running after him. No, alright, won't be able to do it. A little bit of good luck for XXS. Finds a regen rune there waiting for him. And Void, with all of that regen, is actually still doing pretty decently down here at bottom. Doesn't really seem too stressed out. SD and Skywrath Mage trading some blows. XXS, what are you doing here? This looks pretty crazy to me. Yeah, tanking a bunch of tower shots. The faction just getting completely melted. I don't even... Is this even that good of a TA game? I really think that this is just a comfort pick for XXS more than anything. And kind of suits the tempo of game that they're looking to play here. They're going to be going for the Sky on the back. They get the disruption out, but he wakes up pretty quickly. He's got wand charges. I don't think he's going down here. Also dodges that Shadow Poison. SRF going to turn around and start threatening up the SD. Gust of Shot actually lands, and he might actually just be straight up dead here. One more Arcane Bolt from the high ground, and SRF is laughing straight to the bank with that one as he will grab first blood. And that's going to be some very fast phase boots. A super expensive rotation for the Elder Titan to come all the way down here, but I guess just felt like he wasn't accomplishing anything up top. Instead, Q gets a complete mana refill. SRF is going to get those phase boots delivered, and this bottom lane just got 1 notch harder. They just turned out the difficulty setting on this lane. And they didn't have to do that. there wasn't any need to really go for that. But wanted to make a play. Elder Titan wanting to feel like he's having an impact in his lanes. This is kind of the nature of Elder Titan sometimes. Either you're getting tons of levels, and you're getting tons of stacks, and tons of spirit damage, and you're just harassing everybody out of lane, and you feel like a beast. And sometimes you just get nothing done in the early game, and you run around and try and throw out a couple of echo stomps here and there, but it doesn't really do very much. Like success has already started stacking ancients just yet. Not quite. Laying down these traps in case of any kind of aggression at mid, and Keen again trying to make some rotations and find a kill. Oh. Alright, quick pause from the Elder Titan. Do they know that the Skywrath Mage is here? I don't... they probably... Yeah, they see both runes. They actually see everything across the river, so they probably know that he's here. Do the Dire see him? Yes. Alright, they know that Yuna is over in these trees. I think they can actually go and kill him. Side traps on cooldown. If they just wait and then concussive shot him, pop the side trap afterwards. Rubik kind of runs over, pretending like he doesn't know. Yuna might think that he's still hidden in the trees. Like, he doesn't know exactly where the Skywrath Mage is. He just knows roughly that he's somewhere here on the mid lane. Alright, well, it looks like he's realized that something is amiss. Alright, so Lifestealer just left to farm against the Brewmaster, who's still really not doing great. Level 7 Lifestealer versus the level 4 Brew. There's a lot of experience about to arrive for him. SRF, giving the Faceless Void the business with his new phase boots, is going to have the Roar up before too long, and they are managing to shove Brewmaster away from this lane even a little bit further. Baboka really wants those arcane boots, taxing his Lifestealer a little bit. That is the one... I guess that means that... So Skywrath Mage? Yeah, Skywrath Mage is the 5 this game, and Rubik is actually the 4. That's probably why they spent so long talking about the Rubik pick. Because they're like, oh, are we actually going to play Skywrath Mage as a 5? Baboka, like, how much work can you do? This game... Ooh, that stomp just barely clipped SRF. It's going to take a couple of bashes to kill him here. Oh, no, they've got the Chronosphere. They're hoping to kill him without using it, though. SRF? No. Still brought down. Baboka tried to come over and help out a little bit, but not too much that he could do. Exorcism's been popped. Death Prophet's a long way up. The Exorcism's going to do some damage, but he's not even healing just yet. Good defensive disruption. He's got one more Siphon, but aggressive with a swipe of the claws. Finishes the DP. Looking towards the Shadow Demon. Yin does have the stomp. Hops inside a creep, and will make his escape.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, well, they punished that Death Prophet insanely hard. That's the first Exorcism used pretty much for nothing. Void has a Chronosphere, but he needs some more damage, I think, to kill this Beastmaster, who is just about to grab level 6. Might call in some backup to grab a kill here on the Void. And, well, at least Brewmaster is happy that the Lifestealer left the lane. So, Dark getting a little bit of farm and getting close to his level 6. I don't know what build the Lifestealer is going to go for. The TA probably has the Desolator covered, so I don't think it's going to be Armlet Deso. Looking like it might be the Radiance build, but it's not that good of a Radiance game necessarily, so... Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the plan is here. They're trying to tenderize this Void a bit so that they can kill him a little bit later on. Brewmaster actually getting gone on. Going to try for the TP out. I say try. Looks like he's going to be pretty successful, but he was TPing over to the Shrine, which is still on cooldown for 90 seconds time, so... Just gonna have to munch on a tango, pop that salve, and go for it that way. TP coming in from the Rubik to make sure that XXS is okay. Shadow Demon trying to gank, but... Emphasis on the word try. Oh. Alright, well, they get that sentry, but... XXS needing to be careful. Refraction's on cooldown. Is he actually He's dead. He died to deward a sentry, which they will then deward their sentry anyway. Alright, that's making a statement. He did to wait for that refraction cooldown. It's one of his signature heroes, but that was a very dumb move. Like I said, you underestimate a little bit the amount of damage instances that the Shadow Demon can put out, especially with the Death Prophet absolutely shredding with the Spirit Siphon. Void just going to be rushing a Mask of Madness, nothing too surprising there. And alright, Lifestealer is going to be going for the Radiance build, so a little bit greedier on the whole. But I think this is mostly an adjustment to the fact that they have like no magical damage at all. And there's a lot of itemization overlap between him and the TA, so may as well just kind of go for a... It's not a bad build, it's just that the blind is not crazy useful in this game against Keen. But the Radiance build is also quite a tanky build, so this might give him a better chance of surviving in the Chronosphere. Only downside is that when Shadow Demon disrupts him, they're going to get Radiance illusions of their own, but I still think it's probably an okay idea. Anything else that you would go would be a little bit weird. Like, people sometimes buy Battle Fury on Lifestealer. I don't think it's particularly great. You could maybe go a Maelstrom instead, but like Armlet Maelstrom. I would really like to see a Nullifier on somebody this game. I feel like that item just owns Death Prophet. It's good against Aeon Disc, it's good against Yules, good against BKB, and I think they're going to need one this game just because Keen can just start buying Ghost Scepters and stuff and make life really hard. I'm still hunting for more kills. You see this TA over here, still got some defensive refraction charges. This is the Chronosphere that they're looking to use, alright. Chrono popped. TA Trap gonna get used. The refraction is still on cooldown and looks like XSS is dead. Did they bring detection? Yes, they did. Roar onto the Death Prophet, but he's still up on the high ground. Q has the Mystic Flare at the ready, but a good defensive disruption coming in. Can they finish off this kill? IG looking to punish real hard, and they're going to grab 2 kills so far. SRF still pretty tanky. The Primal Split now getting involved, and that will kill off the Beastmaster. Elder Titan diving in a little bit too far, but Boca doesn't have the spell steal just yet, but he gets the double. Q almost gets brought down as Brewmaster pops back into his regular form, but Aggressive is left to clean up. It's going to end up being a 4-for-3 exchange. Or 4-for-2 exchange? Yeah, only 4-for-2. Very big win for IG. Lots of gold for Aggressive. Well, if you had any doubts about the Radiance build, it's now looking really good, even just as a farm acceleration item. Boca gets jumped on, jumps away. He's fine. Alright. Let's see. All eyes on this Rubik this game. They bumped the Skywrath Mage, which everybody seems to be perfectly content with. You know, playing it as a 4 and doing plenty of damage and having lots of impact. They bumped him down to 5 so that the Boca could play Rubik, so we are expecting some big things of him. That's another exorcism used to not get an objective at all, and the Chrono only yielded the 1 kill, but they're still hunting aggressively. Really trying to put some pressure onto this Templar Assassin. They've also got the Splitter coming through. Roar pushing the back. XSS still going to get dragged in here, though. Faceless Void just going forward with the right clicks. SRF also a little bit down on his luck. He'll be finished off. Very unexpected gank, given that Keen don't have any ultimates, but they know exactly what this TA's game plan is, and they are punishing it hard. Q even coming in here. The TA traps are going to help just a little bit. Aggressive actually running forward. Death Prophet silence. One more right is going to do it with the bash. And now the defensive disruption. The chain bash comes through, but Boca does manage to leap in with the time walk. Finishes the kill. Still staying on the front lines. Doesn't want to get rid of this time walk just yet, it looks like. And he is rushing to blink. Initiation's going to be really important against the Void. And yeah, XSS is just getting watched as he farms. Is this even blocking out the camp? No. Beastmaster did go for the medallion first, but is going to be going for the initiation items as the follow-up, so... And then they're just hoping to find and burst down the Void. Void's been getting really involved in these fights, but it's working out for him in terms of the net worth. Looking decently farmed, though he is just going straight BKB, which I'm not sure if I agree with. Like, what does the BKB even do for you here? Oh. Alright, they jumped on the Rubik. They really wanted him dead, and they've got it. I guess they had to. He had Time Walk, so they just jump on him, then Time Walks away. Brewmaster has his Blink Dagger picked up. TA, is she also just rushing a blink? Yep. Gives her at least a little bit of a chance against the Void. Being able to blink out. Oh. And Keen just keep running up onto this high ground and getting annihilated by max duration side traps. Aggressive 800 gold away from his relic. Gonna be a pretty big power spike for him. Nicely done by the Shadow Demon. Will be able to get a D ward, but gives away the fact that there is some vision up here on the high ground. Exorcism pop. They're going to go in. They threaten the Primal Split. They're going to throw it down now onto the Skywrath Mage. Templar Assassin also caught. The Splitter's going to be completely blocked, but he's now out of refraction charges. They get the Roar over onto the DP. Can they burst her down? Defensive Disruption now coming through. They lose XXS. They're going to lose aggressive double kill for Dark, and Keen Gaming looking like they might be able to do it here. SRF also going to get cleaned up. Baboka down, and that is a 5-0 here at mid lane. Oh man. Lifestealer not looking great in the last game. The pace of the game getting a little bit ahead of him here. And the TA pick is just getting completely shut down. Keener just ganking both of the Ancients, finding pickoff after pickoff after pickoff on XXS. And the laning matchup isn't even that good against DPs, so I don't really know what they were planning here with this late TA pick. I think they can still bring it back. The Lifestealer Radiance is going to be a really big power spike for them, but at this rate, we're going to be playing all 3 tiebreaker games, so everybody buckle up. Void, is he deciding against the BKB? No, still just going to be sticking to his guns. Death Prophet is, speaking of buckling up, we got a buckler purchased for DP. Why buy buckler instead of medallion? For what purpose? Is somebody else buying medallion? No. I mean, I know it's a good armor item. I like it, but it just looks so weird on Death Prophet. This is definitely the puppy school of Dota. Oh, Baboka's dead as well. They just don't really seem to have any playmaking potential at the moment. Have to keep shoving out these lanes, wait for the Beastmaster to get his initiation item, wait for the Radiance on the Lifestealer. Aggressive at the very least, now has his relic completed, but XXS just in the middle of the pack. Not really doing anything on this Templar Assassin just yet. Alright, aggressive threatening bottom. Has to push it pretty hard, but looks like he's just going to get caught here. Chronosphere used, and another Chrono, another kill perhaps. No, SRF actually able to turn around, almost gets the roar off, but the bash is there at the last moment. Void not taking too much damage off of the Mystic Flare, and Q is just going to end up being the bonus kill. Double kill for Void. They picked it early, they had some confidence in it, and it has worked out beautifully for them so far. Void normally I don't think should be able to be this active and this aggressive and be involved in this many kills by the 17-minute mark. 8-0 and 5? To me that's a little bit unheard of, but he's doing amazing work. And now he's going to be going BKB Lincolns, so he will be pretty much completely impossible to lock down. TA at the very least does have the Blink Dagger up now, so a little bit more of a chance to escape. He gets initiated on. There's a Yules on this Death Prophet. Oh, spot the Void on the high ground. We'll chrono down for another 60 seconds. And IG are looking for some kind of a wraparound play. They still don't have this Radiance just yet. If they just wait another couple hundred gold, they'll grab it then. SRF getting the Roar over onto the Death Prophet. What have they stolen? It is the Crypt Swarm, and that is a kill. Good rotation around. Q is being controlled by the Primal Split Pandas, but they actually have to bring the TA back down here and get the kill, and they're not going to do it. IG swooping in now. They will end up losing Baboka. Buyback onto Q. XXS finding a couple of nice kills here. And Aggressive also going to be getting his Radiance off of that fight. Such a nice wraparound smoke play from IG. And even though they do buyback on the Skywrath Mage, it's not very expensive and not really that much of a factor. Two supports and a core. I think IG are going to take that any day of the week. And yep, Aggressive still just going to be going for this kind of Ramses-esque build. Medallion up next, probably the Solar Crest, maybe S and Y after that. And it is going to be really, really difficult for the Void to kill him in Chronosphere. But I worry a little bit if he gets disrupted. These Lifestealer Radiance illusions are going to be super annoying. But that's what he's got the Rage for. They could even start going for some Infest ganks soon with either the Shadow Blade or the Blink on the TA. He's now just working his way towards Adesso. And who knows, maybe we'll see Baboka get his hands on the Disruption or something and get a sick Disruption on the Chronosphere. He does have the Blink, so positioning going to be a little bit easier now. Keen are going to pop an Exorcism just to take the Roshan. So they won't be able to go and fight immediately with this. They do give the Aegis over to the Void. So Death Prophet still a little bit vulnerable to being bursted. I don't think the Void can really win a fight where he's down on numbers. But they also don't want the Void to get bursted and not get his chrono off, so I think this is the right decision. So much dire vision over in the Radiant side of the map. IG have just completely set up shop over in the Radiant jungle. They're continuing to threaten this bottom tier 2 tower. And aggressive. Did he even go for the medallion, or is he just going... He's just going for a Yasha at the moment. Definitely a much better farming item than the medallion. I don't know if he's going to bother buying Manta. It seems like a little bit of a waste this game, probably. Oh, Death Prophet did go... Wait, why would you take magic resistance this game? Just take the damage. What magical damage is there? I mean, sure, there's like the Skywrath Mage ult, but I think if you're getting Skywrath Mage ulted, the damage percentage is not going to matter that much. Just take the plus damage for extra farm. Oh well. Alright. Lifestealer Rage TP's out of there. He's going to be okay. Q also not going to get caught, so really long chase from Keen at bottom, but they don't find anything. They're just running right past wards this entire time. You look at Baboka, he knows exactly where every single person is on the map, so he's just cutting mid-wave. Alright. IG gonna keep Keen contained and just keep on heading towards their late game. And Death Prophet is now going BKB. I'm gonna reiterate my point here. BKB for what? Just buy an Aeon disc. Like, is BKB even going to do anything? You can still get roared. You're still going to get right-clicked by Templar Assassin and Lifestealer. Yes, there's some burst magical damage between the two supports, but that's it. I really hope he doesn't finish this BKB. I think there's a lot of items that he could go that would be much better. He could even get the Solar Crest. I mean, he didn't buy Medallion, but...
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They're struggling super hard just to get this tier 2 tower. Alright, they're going to go for the tier 1 bottom instead. Void's going for a Shadow Blade. He still has the Aegis for quite some time. So Keen at least able to exert a little bit of pressure that way. Baboka spamming waves again at mid, grabbing some more farm. He's going to have a Yule Scepter, another couple hundred gold. And Templar Assassin is just threatening the tier 2 tower. IG are threatening towers on 2 different lanes right now. And Void TPing all the way back to middle. They should notice his absence at this bottom push relatively soon though, so IG, we'll see what they try and do. They might even just try and yank something here. Executes, if he gets this blink, no, they're not going to give him the chance. Drop the Chrono right on his head. He'll be brought down. The immediate response from IG is going to be try and push out mid, try and shove these lanes as far as they possibly can, prevent this Aegis from getting any further value. They get the lift up onto Dark. Unfortunately, Rubik is going to be brought down, it looks like. Can Q escape? He's speedy, he'll get out of there. At least the tower didn't get denied. I guess if they don't go on the Rubik, the tower probably gets denied, so that may have been worth it for Rubik to die in that situation to secure the tower being killed. But alright. Keen do find a little bit of an opening here now. Bottom lane didn't really get pushed out that far. Lifestealer having to play somewhat safe. Void opting for the 300 HP talent this game. I don't see that one very often. But I guess feeling like his team does enough damage. Most of the time it's the plus damage, the plus time lock, and then the cast range, but... Alright. Beastmaster threatening top. You gonna get it? At least, okay, Death Prophet bottom flank, thank god. Didn't buy the BKB. He's gonna be coming over here to try and catch SRF, but he is out of there. He had Hawk waiting on the shrine, they had a TA trap as well. He is long gone, and they're gonna just try and force them out of their side of the map now. Aegis is gone in 25 seconds. You do have to be a little bit careful. They're not gonna get another successful Chronosphere. Lifestealer, I mean, they're looking at him. Can they actually do anything about him? Alright. Void gonna jump on the Skywrath Mage, gets a bash, but there's the lift. Baboka steals the time dilation. They are focusing on the Lifestealer. Rage is still on cooldown for now. There's nothing to invest into. An aggressive stuck out on an island will be finished off, and now they've got the illusion. Oh no. Shadow Demon has his own little pet life stealer, and they have that for a little while. Wait, did it die already? No, you still got it. Alright, well, that's pretty sweet. Lanes are getting shoved though, XXS. Nicely done, gonna buy them another couple of seconds. And Roshan, well, I mean, Aegis was just reclaimed, so. Yeah, they're losing some heroes, but IG's still keeping the net worth lead relatively close. Experience is swinging back onto Keen's side. These wards are insanely deep. I don't even know if IG are really going to be able to use these wards. They got to get these lanes out a little bit further, but they smoke up before they have everybody alive. This is a somewhat unexpected play, but it might work out, and if they find the Void, would have been a very big kill, but he cleared the camp just a little bit too fast, and now this high ground is a complete death trap to chase up. They will just go for the ET instead, make a quick kill of him, and then run for it. Continue playing this kind of guerrilla warfare game until they pick up more items. Lifesteal is going for Manta. I guess he really wants it against the Silence of the Death Prophet. I don't know if he's... I guess he can kind of use it for farming. I do think he needs to get an AC a little bit further down the line, but we'll see. Avoid hunting for a Chronosphere kill. No, it's not going to be... Is it even worth it to Chrono Baboka here? I really don't think so. Baboka wanted that little bit of extra experience, so he's still just chilling out down here. Void's hunting for him, but he's not hitting creeps in the meantime. I don't know if this is a really productive use of his time. Hunting for the Rubik, but... At least someone's taking the TS. They have picked up a gem as well on you. I like this a lot. They're getting suspicious of the fact that IG are just kind of outmaneuvering them with better vision. Baboka's still just sitting in here. What is Void doing? He hasn't hit a creep for a couple of minutes. Oh, alright, maybe it'll pay off. He sees SRF, but... Oh, SRF's out of there. The rest of the team is coming over smoked now, but... That just, to me, looked like a bunch of wasted time that XXS and Aggressive both quite happily spent just farming away. I don't know if farming inside this Ancient Granite Golem is the fastest decision, but it is certainly safe. There's no way that the Void can kill that and then, well, he can't chrono that and kill it. And then still kill you afterwards. SRF, gonna die. They're using a Primal Split, but they don't have the lanes. I'm not even gonna look at this kill, because I don't even know if it really matters. Creeps are pushing bottom, Radiance is pushing mid, and the heroes are all pushing top, so what are they gonna get out of this Primal Split usage? What's the point?
Bottom tower is under attack.
Baboka can even blink down here and maybe cut the next wave. Oh, but he doesn't. I guess he's a little bit afraid of somebody waiting there for him, but XXS grabs the tier 2. He can threaten the high ground. Void's hunting for him, but now they can just try and catch over at mid. Death Prophet's still hanging around for a little bit, getting slowed down, taking lots of damage off that concussive shot. And XXS is going to go looking for him. Ancient Granite Golem just running straight forward. Baboka, what's he stolen? It's the Shadow Poison. He's going to get locked down, but they've already lost the Shadow Demon. He pops back into the game, but the Death Prophet is out on an island, and they don't have their Void here yet. Brewmaster gets silenced. He will be able to find the one kill and then TP himself out, but that was an exorcism used to just kill a Skywrath Mage, and they bought back on their Shadow Demon. They are getting completely outmaneuvered by IG. Like, this Void is just running around helplessly trying to find another Chronosphere pickoff, but they are not giving him a single opportunity. Now Brew is showing top, so they know that not everybody is together, so they could still try and take a fight. The Void's damage isn't really scaling that much because he's gone for a BKB, which is still 10 seconds. If this BKB had been a Maelstrom or something instead, I think he could have even more farm than he does right now, but focusing on these defensive items and not able to take the fights that they're looking for. Baboka now with the Yules. Actually, they're going to have the Manta Style in just a second, and TA a few hundred gold away from the BKB. Unfortunately, he has to buy BKB this game against the, like, the Brewmaster and the time dilation and stuff like that. Even the disruption is super annoying for him. BKB is a must. Aggressive. There you go. Manta style. Just play this full round game. Oh no. Void, don't get baited. Don't get baited by the Manta illusions. Don't get baited. Realize that it's an illusion. It doesn't do any damage. Look at it. It's not doing anything. Yep, alright, they know. They're onto it. I mean, you can just click on it and see that it keeps Manta in his inventory. Oh. IG. Again, smoke. Pretty deep behind enemy lines. Keen have split up a little more to play the lane control game. So that is where they are a little bit more vulnerable to these pickoffs. And IG sitting right on top of some nice vision. Just in case anybody comes running up one of these hills. High grounding also not going to be super easy for Keen. They do have to use the exorcism to win fights, so it's not going to be available to actually go and push the high ground. But this is my one concern. They're giving out radiant illusions kind of for free, which is a little bit annoying. I don't think they really gained much lane shove by buying this Manta style, but Lifestealer is still useful against the silence, so he doesn't have to use it to push lanes. They're going into Roche. Boy, taking quite a lot of damage off of this though. And top lane is already at the base. There are 2 siege creeps hitting this. This is free damage. Baboka's even gonna go in. They get the lift under the void. He doesn't even get the BKB up. He's been bursted down by the Mystic Flare, and he doesn't have a buyback. They will end up losing Q, but Baboka's still on the run. He grabbed the time walk. He's sitting on the fringes of this fight. The gem is now being grabbed by aggressive. Baboka still playing around with them. Jumping here, jumping there. The Storm Panda, they're just about to run out. They will buy back on the Elder Titan. They have to try and prevent this Roshan, but it's going to drop pretty quickly. There is a Solar Crest and a Desolator. At the very least, they do manage to get some illusions up with Lifestealer. Aggressive and chased by his own shadow, and they will be able to drive them back. How much damage? Oh my god, this top tier 3 took so much damage. Those 2 siege creeps put in so much work, and now they've lost the gem. And they're just going to use Baboka as the Infest Bomb target. Alright, Smoke of Deceit coming up. Void's still dead for 10 seconds. They know that he's probably gonna... No, they know that he's gonna TP onto this shrine, so... They'll look for something over at the mid lane. What can they find? Death Prophet's down in the tree. She's not actually up on the high ground. She bought a Lincoln Sphere. They've got ways to pop up. Baboka gonna get revealed. Do they see the Death Prophet just yet? He goes for the silence. They jump in. Brewmaster not able to find anything. Good defensive blink back. And IG will just call it quits. They know that the time was up. Void was back and ready to fight, so... Also have to respect the fact that the exorcism is off cooldown, and they got some lanes that they need to go and shove out. Oh, said Baboka needed to make some big plays, and he's doing it. Keen all just huddled up on top of each other. Net worth back on the IG side for the first time in a little bit. And even Q able to grab some farm here as he pushes out bottom. So Lifestealer's going to be going for the AC. Team Gaming heading back into the pit, but Baboka is invis. They actually see this with the Hawk, but it is going to get burned down by the Radiance. The Radiance on the Brewmaster. Okay, Brewmaster going for Radiance. Oh, Lifestealer Radiance Illusions coming in. The Exorcism is being used. They're going to pop the Primal Split. Baboka goes jumping in. He comes back out. It was not the right time to try and steal that Aegis XXS with the BKB going to work. He wants to finish off the Shadow Demon, but he is being kited. Baboka finishes the job for him, and he's now on the run. Silenced up. Don't really see any way out of this for him, unless he gets out of the silence, but the Ghosts will not give him that chance. Dark is now godlike as he brings down the Beastmaster, and Invictus Gaming trying to contest that Roshan may have been a mistake. They give the Aegis over to the Death Prophet this time around. This is what I suppose, maybe feeling confident with his items to stay alive. Roar just completely unused in that fight. Rubik with the time walk. Again, high ground siege pretty difficult with the exorcism. Not really easy for Void to sit up there and hit. Radiance on both sides, chipping away. They get the silence out of the Void. They're going to lift him up and they Mystic Flare him down. Great coordination from the IG support, so that might just be the opportunity to charge forward. Aggressive, going to be looking for something. He has been silenced. He's also been slowed up. Baboka with the Spirit Siphon. He's walking the Death Prophet like a dog. He is going to get crit down though. Bit off a little bit more than he could chew. They couldn't actually get the Lifestealer into that fight, and well, yeah, he was still dead. So, alright, Baboka good play, followed up by a not so good play, but still. Successfully defend the high ground. Void struggling so much against this instant initiation from the Rubik that he just really can't do anything about. They really need Shadow Demon to be sitting there ready with the disruption, but until he gets an Aether Lens or something, it's actually going to be pretty difficult for him to do that. Yeah, he's just going to be going for a Yesa, for a Daedalus. I guess he's getting kited pretty hard, so if he just relies on, okay, I'm just going to kill somebody instantly. I know that if I have to sit there and hit them, you know, 5 or 6 times, then maybe they're going to get disrupted, and I'm going to get kited with the Demonic Purge, but if I just get 2 crits, then there you go. I think the MKB would have still been pretty good here, but I also see the argument for Daedalus. If they can just pop the Death Prophet or the Void before they can do anything, then that is a one-way ticket to winning these fights as IG. So we're back to just playing the lane control game now. There is another Exorcism up, but Keen continuously struggling to get these lanes pushed far enough out. IG have done such a good job of playing across the map. Like, you look at Keen, they're always kind of bunched up in a ball, afraid of the pickoffs, and Invictus Gaming are playing multiple different lanes. They're grouping up little different pairings of heroes now and then. Everybody's kind of contributing. Skywrath Mage even going for the extra Arcane Bolts just to help shove. Keen are smoked, and they do have a scan, so they can scan the high ground and just go in blindly with the Chronosphere if they wanted to, and it looks like Void is pretty keen on that plan. They do have a ward over here as well now. Seeing just a little bit into the base, but nobody too relevant just yet. Chip a little bit with Lifestealer Illusions. Send the Death Prophet forward first. Top lane still getting spammed by Skywrath Mage, but he can't really threaten the tier 3. They're going to pop the Primal Split. They want this bad. There is going to be a Glyph use. This is also the Exorcism pop. They're going to get this lane of Rax, but they have to try and get out cleanly afterwards. Once these 2 ultimates wear out, Invictus Gaming are going to be itching for a fight. They're going to try and control Baboka. He's the big source of initiation. They still have the Beastmaster, however. He can jump in with his 4th staff. The Melee Barracks isn't dead just yet. Exorcism finally finishes off. They're going to pop that Linken's, and now they have to get out of here. They pop the Chronosphere and go in, but is this even a good idea from the Void? They want the Templar Assassin. Earthsplitter brings it down. He does have a buyback available. They've also managed to latch onto the Beastmaster. They're bursting him. Down he goes. Prophet doing some work, aggressive, trying to stand here and fight, but he's just getting bashed up. He can't really do anything. Baboka doesn't have anything stolen. XXS now back into the fight with his BKB. He wants the ET. He'll finish him off. They need to look for more. They have to get the Void. They have to get the Death Prophet. They need all of these kills to make these buybacks worth it. They're going to chase into the DP. Life number 1 will be brought down. I don't think they have any way to save her for the 2nd time. And I don't really think that they should have taken that fight. I mean, they did get 2 buybacks out of it, but now they're going to lose a lot on the swing back. Chrono on cooldown, Exorcism on cooldown. IG probably just going to march right down this middle lane and at least take the tier 2. I don't know if they can look towards the high ground. They do need to be a little bit careful with the Templar Assassin not having buyback, but... Oh, they're actually just going to go for top Rex. Okay. No Death Prophet for 60. They got a wave here soon. There's still no Chronosphere. We could send the Brewmaster Illusions forward to try and slow things down. That Radiance is proving to be a nuisance. They're working on the Melee Barracks. They take it pretty quickly. They don't have the AC just yet on the Lifestealer, but he does at least have the Hyperstone. And there you go. Melee Barracks down. Range Barracks to follow. There's 2 Cardies, the 2 Siege Creeps that they let hit their tier 3 earlier. They are now sorely regretting as I come and claim a lane of Rax of their own. They still don't have their Death Prophet in 30 seconds. That's a tier 2. They can probably even go Shrine. Why go in? Why take that fight? There's nothing really to be gained. Even if you kill the TA, I don't think you can win the fight and then go and take a tier 3. There's still a tier 2 bottom. You don't have Exorcism. You don't have Primal Split. It feels like Void was just... Like, he hasn't really cast Chronosphere for a little bit, so maybe overestimating his own strength to be able to win that fight, but as soon as the Chrono is over, he doesn't really look all that impressive. Lifestealer just going to be going for a Basher now.
Radiant are scanning.
Boka still with that gem in hand, so map control in favor of IG. Keen Gaming coming out looking for something. They won't be able to find anybody. Rubik just breaking it and then blinking away. Ooh, SRF in the trees, just barely getting the TP out there.
Regeneration.
And Skywrath Mage now with an Atos. So these Lincoln Spheres looking a little bit more vulnerable. I mean, there's so many good ways to pop Lincolns this game if you're IG. I even forgot about Spell Steal. You know, even if you pop BKB on the Void, you can actually still get roared if the book could just Spell Steals. So... let's see. They need some Chrono pickoffs. They can get the TA again, that would be a very big deal, but TA not really putting herself in harm's way. Just going to be playing with the team. They're leaving aggressive to deal with the lanes. They now smoke up. Just want another one of those big burst Mystic Flare pickoffs. All three heroes playing nice and close together. Mystic Flare range close enough that if they get a lift, they can find a kill. Keen Gaming kind of doing the same thing. They're just playing together. Arming up, working towards the Shivas on the Death Prophet. Void feeling like he needs a little bit more damage, is going to be going for the Maelstrom Mjolnir now. And IG, alright, sitting right here on this hill waiting for somebody. And they are about to see the Void. He comes running up, they gotta pop that Lincoln, and they gotta burst him, and he is gone. Say goodbye to Faceless Void. He does have a buyback, he uses it immediately, but there isn't anywhere for him to TP to. And this is once again the story that we've been seeing this entire game long. It's a primal split used to only kill the Skywrath Mage. Oh man, you can just taste the frustration from this Faceless Void. It is so palpable. He's Roshan respawning in a minute and a half, so they didn't even really have to buy back for that. And if he dies now, Invictus Gaming could be looking at another lane of racks, and at that point they might even be advantage for this game. But Boko working his way towards X. This Rubik is getting quite farmed. A lot of this is on the shoulders of World Q. He's bringing up here, but aggressive. What's he got now? Almost. Oh, he could hit the Basher already if he wanted it, but still holding on to buyback. TA has the Daedalus, and then that all-important Nullifier that I was talking about a little bit earlier in the game is going to be the next item of choice. So, going to be very helpful against the BKBs. More ways to pop the Lincolns. Even just being able to go on the ET and have him not be able to force staff away or something like that is very handy. And yeah, they need more farm in the Shadow Demon. If he had a Blink or a Force Staff or something, maybe he could be getting the defensive disruptions on these Mystic Flares, but so far it is not happening. Brewmaster with the full aggressive build as well this game. 30 damage, 3 seconds Thunderclap slow. Not up to 100 attack speed, but makes sense. He's going to be going for the Primal Split down, so does not want to just die in Panda form. The Void's just sitting in the base. He can't afford to be picked off again. They are struggling to maintain any semblance of map control. Death Prophet popping a BKB for nothing. Oh, it has to be so tense for Keen. They lose this, they're out. They win, and they keep their hopes alive, and then they get to sit back a little bit, and it'll be IG and LFY who have to duke it out, but not having a very fun time of it. If ET could give some of his net worth to the Shadow Demon, I bet that he would, but unfortunately that's not an option. IG running. Can they get a Chronosphere here? Void in the trees, he's completely trapped. Do they even know that he's in there? He's popped the BKB. He can't do anything. They're going towards XXS. He's popped the BKB, but he's just getting muscled down. Can he at least kill Dark? He won't be able to. The Primal Split comes out. That is a big kill. TA dead for 115 seconds. IG just have to scatter. If Void had not trapped himself inside of the trees, that would have been even better, but they gotta take what they can get at this point. Roshan has respawned. They're gonna scout that out. They will be able to go and grab that for themselves. A little bit of extra system duration left just to help out as well. And they should also be able to get down this mid lane in time before the TA respawns, potentially. They're just struggling to kill this thing. Oh, all right. They finally find the Rubik. No, they finally found the Beastmaster. Oh, trying to trying to make his escape with the Force Staff. But down he goes. That's actually going to be a Beastmaster illusion. Alright. Attacks Ghidorah for the Radiant team, but is that enough to finish the Roshan? That's 2 cores dead. That's both the cores without buyback actually dead. Surely they can do whatever they want at this point. Rubik's pushing bottom, but he's not really threatening too much. And Shadow Demon's going to come down here and try and find him. ET also TPing. Oh. Alright. He's got Yules. Oh, but he gets purged out of it. Boboka also going to be going down. IG, they were controlling the map so perfectly for the last little bit, but these couple of pickoffs, they've all got buyback again now. This Void has both the Aegis and the Refresher Shard. And they've also got the Refresher Orb on this Death Prophet. Are they just going to try and end the game in one punch? Like, are they not even going to bother with this tier 2? Are they going straight into mid? I mean, they could do, but... Does Lifestealer have buyback? Alright, Lifestealer also has buyback, so... IG, they're gonna have to put their backs into this one. Beastmaster buying back, aggressive going in. Primal Split comes out. They're dealing with it pretty quickly. Has to be careful with these pandas. He's losing all of them. That's the Earth. That's the last one left. Aggressive is going to finish him off. They use the Chronosphere to try and save it. Drop the Mystic Flare. Brewmaster is at exit death. Now slays the Void for the first time. The Chronosphere not really doing anything. He's come back. He doesn't want the Refresher. The crits are doing so much work. The Void got lifted and he's dead before the second Chrono. He's dead for 100. There's no chance now. IG throwing every buyback that they have into this. Can they bring down Dark yet again against the BKB running away? Death Prophet, the Ghosts are just scattered everywhere, not focused onto a single target, not doing significant damage. X Success is just taking names with these Daedalus shots, completely winning the fight for his team. The Brewmaster did not expect that his pandas would die so quickly, and just look at the numbers. 7.5k damage dealt by the TA. Not controlled at all in the fight. Daedalus, the perfect choice, and why not? Let's add a double damage into the mix. IG sights set on probably at least one lane of Rex here, surely. Could end up being 2. It's only 60 seconds dead. They do have a glyph available, so only have to spam out for a couple of waves here. Aggressive. Alright, pops the rate a little bit early. Getting through quite quickly, still 50 seconds to go. The Shadow Poison spam is pretty relentless. Roar manages to catch the Shadow Demon on the backlines. They pushed him down. That's a Dagon on the Rubik. What else can they find? They just punch through the Elder Titan. He's dead. Now they've lifted the Death Prophet. She pops the Ghost Scepter to try and Spirit Siphoning up everybody. She's got this second Exorcism. She pops the cheese. It's all on the Death Prophet. Trying to defend XXX, just waiting for the reset so that he can go back in. He's got their refraction charges back up. Aggressive is still healthy, but fairly low on mana. And they know that they have to get to this lane of Rax before the Faceless Void respawns. 18 seconds to beat. Boboka jumps in. He still lift. They've got the crits. They bring down the DP. There's no buyback there. IG looks like they may have done it. They may have eliminated Keen Gaming. They may have secured themselves a spot in the top 4 here for the China qualifier. And now they go for the throw. Mega Creep's coming up. Void. He already used the Refresher Shard a little bit earlier. He also got the one ultimate. IG playing Split with the blink back from XXS. Void is being made a complete fool of this game. Now he's back, dead to the Wild Axis, and that is going to be it. IG have done it. Keen Gaming, they haven't called the GG just yet, but I think they know that it's done. Brewmaster, it's one last opportunity to come out and defend. IG are actually pretty low here. Aggressive. Can he get the Infest off into a Radiant Creep? Yes, he can. Converts it. Starts the run out. Alright. Can finish him off. They've got decent damage. Aggressive. Another Boulder Smash. The Fire Panda's doing its thing. He does have a buyback, but... Alright. They bring him down. And it's still not a GG call just yet. But the 2 big important cores on IG both have buyback. The Keen Gaming base is complete shambles. I think at this point IG can just kind of fight with their Mega Creeps and go from there. We got a Dagon, what is that? Dagon 3 on the Rubik. Well, I put it on Boboka. I was like, Boboka, you gotta make some freaking plays on this Rubik this game. And he has delivered. XXS, after a god-awful start on the Templar Assassin, he didn't do well in lane. He got ganked a whole bunch trying to farm up his Ancients. He is now looking fantastic. Just double checking. He has buyback before he buys this Nullifier. And IG, alright, one last step for them to close out this game. I don't know, I think the Void at this point is probably so tilted that I'm not even sure that he can continue to play, but we'll see. He really is just being made a fool of this game. Shadow Demon buying a Ghost Scepter instead of Blink? I don't know about this. This is other people. It's not really about saving himself. And Lifesteal just gonna buy BKB. Alright. So if you're IG, I guess you can wait for your buybacks. You can wait for Roshan. Yeah, look at this. They're scouting Roshan with the illusions. There is absolutely no reason to throw the game from this position. Q even gets himself an Aeon disc. He has been playing pretty decent Skywrath. He's been playing as the 5 this game. He's really made way for Baboka to do his job. Alright, Void does have a buyback. Radiant buybacks, other than that, non-existent. IG heading down towards this bottom wave, hoping to find the clutch initiation to close out this game. They have to lead it off in the right way. Who is going to go first? They are going to probably try for the Void here. They just spin, they get the lift onto him. Can they save him? They've got the load, they've got the disruption. But once he pops out of that, they might be able to go for a roar. They get the silence out of the Beastmaster. Chronosphere is going to end up catching the Lifestealer, but he's pretty tanky. That will help, though, as they've got the Earth Splitter. They're trying to get the Aura on top of him as well, but the DP runs too far forward, and he gets his face torn off by XXS. He'll buy back now, because he's still at the secondary exorcism he does. Faces Void trying to go toe-to-toe with the Templar Assassin, gets the bash and brings him down. ET's dead. The Mega Creeps are heading into the base. Baboka will be the next one to fall. Q trying to rejoin his team is inside of the base. It's actually the Lifestealer getting bashed down. Aggressive now dead. XXS is going to buy back, and that will be IG getting completely wiped. Oh man, they didn't even manage to kill the Void. They finally got the defensive disruption. They finally did it. Templar Assassin did buy back immediately. Should probably put a trap in the pit. I mean, it can't be up for another 55 seconds, but... Alright, looks like XXS has decided that it's his responsibility here just to push out the lanes. Use the side traps to make sure that everything stays nice and cozy next to the base, but... Alright, Keen are gonna try and push this out. Nobody's really defending, though. These Mega Creeps are a big problem. Does Panda have some BOTs? Alright, Panda's got BOTs, so Panda's on base defense duty. Keen Gaming are the rest of them heading down mid lane pretty slowly, but unfortunately the side traps just killing their creep wave over and over. So alright, they're gonna get one of these, but this one still survives. Alright, let's go. Are these creeps tanky enough? These lads need a pipe. Master, I mean, nothing really to be too afraid of here. There's a gem sitting in the trees. XXS, what's he gonna do? Just hit a few more creeps. Roshan back up in 5 seconds.
Time is money.
Oh, are they gonna check it? Come on, one more Shadow Poison, Shadow Demon. Oh no. They don't know that it's up. Oh, Baboka left another gem here earlier. Alright, there you go. Gem back up. Void still just hanging on to that buyback. Okay, so this time around, maybe they go for the Shadow Demon first, or they like allocate 2 people to go for Shadow Demon, and then one person's gonna go for, and like 2 people to go Shadow Demon and 2 people to go on the Void. They are just gonna get Roshan. The Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard might just be the nail in the coffin here. I gotta get this D-ward on this Ob, so this is scary stuff. Doesn't matter that much because Keen's struggling so much to just keep the lanes pushed out because of Mega Creeps, but this is opportunity. This ward is hope for Keen Gaming, but alright. Aegis TA, Refresher Beastmaster, Cheese whoever, yeah, Cheese TA, sure. What are they gonna go for here? Do they go in and just try and punch the tier 4s, try and find another pickoff. They could just wait for buybacks again, 5 minutes to go. They wouldn't have the Aegis at that point, but if they go towards the tail end of the Aegis, then XXS should be able to have buyback. Even after if he dies twice. If they kill the Death Prophet, she's out, so... The focus actually probably shifts to killing the Death Prophet instead of killing the Void in these fights. These pandas are doing their best, but not having a very easy time here in the late game. And IG just farming up the whole map. It's not even that much of a net worth lead, it's only 10k. So still more items to buy. We don't have any moon shards on anybody just yet. Rubik doesn't even have his Dagar 5 finished. Imagine that. And XXS is waiting and farming up some more. So IG are super split. I wonder if Poka could probably actually get his hands on the... I don't know if Dark is being really careful about... oh, what have they got here? They got a Chrono. It's on the Skyrath page, but he's got an Aeon disc, and now it's actually the Void who might be in a little bit of trouble. Voka. No. Q will be brought down. They're going to pop the Refresher Orb on the Beastmaster, but he gets silenced up. Can they actually kill off this Void? They might also need to be watching their base right now. That's the big problem. Aggressive, if he gets a bash here, he's going to kill off the Void. Void does have buyback. Death Prophet on the side of the fight getting looked at by the Beastmaster, but he's got the Shadow Blade, so he stays alive. And they forced out the last two, well, pretty much, no, not the last two, but they forced out 2 more buybacks to Keen at only the cost of a Skyrath Mage. Q has been the best bait this game that IG could possibly hope for. No, IG haven't even taken the shrine yet. Alright, value. Some more gold for them. And, oh, Keen Gaming, they're keeping their tournament hopes alive, but it's a flickering flame. All right. They load up the Infest Bomb. What do they see? They see the Void. They jump in. Can they get the Roar? They get a bash. Beastmaster's going to willingly roar himself. Can they actually finish this kill on the Void? He's stunned. A little bit longer. They get the bash at the last moment, but there's also the last second disruption from the Shadow Demon. Void needs to go and heal. That's not a great place for Aggressive to be. He might get hit by this Earth Splitter. Does just barely manage to dodge it. He's running for dear life. The Death Prophet hot on his heels. The Templar Assassin going to get stunned up, but that's only life number 1. There are Mega Creeps hitting the tier 4s. That's about to be brought down. Life number 1 for the TA gone. Should be able to get the blink out here. XXS does do so. On the other side of the fight, it's Baboka jumping around. He's got blink. He's got time walk. They get time walk off. He's got Yules and blink. I think he should be okay. He's just leading them on a merry chase while the Mega Creeps continue to swarm the throne. They're going to focus on the room after they burst him down almost with the Mystic Flare. Mega Creeps will be the ones to finish the job. He buys back now. IG just using their creeps to full effect. Primal Split's gonna get used. Baboka, can he get out? It's a 3-man Chronosphere. Is this gonna be enough damage? He pops the Aeon Disc, now goes for SRF, but he can't look towards the Lifestealer. And without that Chronosphere, what can they really do? Elder Titan buys a few more seconds with the Ghost Scepter, but out pops Lifestealer, finishes him off. Void still just being kited in circles. Double kill for XXS, the BKB, to put the final note on this game. And that'll be IG forcing the GG at gaming. Whew. IG played this game so well. I don't think they've looked that good in this qualifier in general, but this game against Keen looked great. The final results of the tiebreaker are going to be